What is CrossFit?
By definition, CrossFit is constantly varied functional movement performed at high intensity. When you think of functional movement, and you think of the fact that on a day-to-day basis, we squat, we stand, we reach, we pull. In essence, it's fitness for life. When starting CrossFit, number one, you can expect to be asked a lot of questions. We want to know your background. We want to make sure you're prepared and ready for what's about to happen. You're very welcomed into the community. Can it be dangerous if you're not prepared? Yeah, it can be dangerous. And anything you do can be dangerous to a certain level. Proper form and technique reduce the dangerous aspect of any movement you perform. We want it to be intense, but we don't want it to be as intense that your form breaks down or your technique breaks down. Proper form and technique always take a precedence over speed and load. Your coaches come into play here largely. The movements themselves are not dangerous. The CrossFit itself is not dangerous. We encourage anybody to do CrossFit and everybody to do CrossFit for the simple fact that range of motion alone can help a person's quality of life. You need to have that range of motion now before you start to lose it. Pushing the range of motion helps you continue to keep the range of motion. It helps your quality of life in general. You don't have to be in shape. The goal of CrossFit is to get in shape, to be fit. People think that that's too intense for me. I'm not in good enough shape to do that. But ultimately what it comes down to is your starting level is just that. It's 0.0. Your next step is 0.1, 0.2, 0.3. It doesn't matter where you're at, it's about where you want to go. We'll help you from whatever level you're currently at to where you need to go. We'll get you there. A lot of people we get isn't from advertising, it's mostly from word of mouth. People we have are very community based. So they talk about the workout, they talk about the workout they do themselves, but how this other person did. It's not uncommon that the last person to finish a workout, it gets more cheers and encouragement than the person who finishes first, because everybody wants to see you succeed. They don't ever want you to feel like you don't belong, because everybody belongs. We want you to be part of the community. Come in and try it out and be part of our community. We're confident that you'll want to continue to be part of that community and come back.
And now a look into proper form and technique to work on from home.
Hello everyone, my name is Ryan Porter. I'm the owner and lead coach at CrossFit Chillicothe. To start off our video series, I want to go over one of the most essential movements anyone could perform, the squat. The squat has many benefits to our overall quality of life, and yet as simple as it may seem, can be quite difficult to perform, or even cause injury if not done properly. Throughout this video, I will provide you with the form and technique required to perform a proper squat. We use various camera angles to help you better understand each part of the movement as we progress through each setup. Let's get started. To properly set up, we want to position our feet just outside the hips. Our toes can be pointed straight forward or slightly outside, depending on your mobility. Once we get our feet set up, stand up nice and tall, look straight ahead. Don't look down. Make sure everything is in alignment, looking straight ahead. Lift your arms out and up as you descend. This will help distribute the weight to help maintain balance. Send your butt back and down and imagine trying to sit in a small chair. Delay the knees from traveling forward as much as possible. Keep the midsection very tight. Keep as much pressure on the heels as possible and stay off the balls of your feet. By keeping the pressure in your heels when descending, it will help put the focus on the muscle groups instead of the joints. In profile, the ear does not move forward during the squat. It travels straight down. If your ear is in line, you will be properly balanced. Don't let the squat just sink, but pull yourself down with your hip flexors. By pulling yourself down, you're continually using your muscles to help build strength. Don't let the lumbar curve surrender as you settle into the bottom. Stay firm using your core to maintain alignment. Stop when the fold of the hip is below the knee. Break parallel with the thigh. Something to think about as you start your ascent. You want to return on the same path that you descended. On rising, without moving the feet, exert pressure to the outside of your feet as though you were trying to separate the ground beneath you. On your return, use every muscle that you can. At the top of the stroke, stand as tall as you possibly can. Squeeze your glutes to lock out the hips if you must to ensure you are fully upright and complete the squat. It's very important to remember that everyone learns and progresses at their own pace. The key here is completion and not repetition.
If you can only do 5 squats, it's better to do them properly and help build the key muscle groups rather than doing 10 incorrectly. If you start with 5 and continue to improve, you can increase the number of squats gradually week after week. Remember, it's important to rest and not overdo it because your muscles need time to recover from the additional stress. I hope you enjoyed our instructional video for the squat. You can check out our website using the link below. Feel free to send us your feedback or questions. We'll be happy to hear from you. My name is Ryan Porter. Thanks for watching.